Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be talking about Mike Jackson versus CM Punk at UFC 225, which is set for Saturday, June 9th. And I'm going to be talking about what I think the odds of CM Punk winning against Mike Jackson are. So this is interesting because when CM Punk fought Mickey Gall at UFC 203 in 2016, Mickey Gall was 3-1 and CM Punk was 0-0. So Mickey Gall had 3 fights under his belt that he had won, with 1 loss, I believe. And comparing that to now, his opponent is Mike Jackson, who has 0 wins and 0 draws and 1 loss. So CM Punk and Mike Jackson are tied for losses. They have not won a match, and they have not been to a draw, which I don't think that's going to happen. I strongly doubt there's going to be a draw in this match. But on to how well that I think CM Punk is going to do. I think CM Punk has about a 30 to 40% chance of winning. And that's just looking at the reality of the situation. You're looking at a guy who's, I think, approaching his 40s with a decade of wear and tear on his body from pro wrestling, dozens of concussions, sicknesses, injuries all over his body. He's just not the ideal candidate for a UFC fighter at this time in his career. I mean, we're not talking about Brock Lesnar coming back at this age. He's a guy who's been in UFC for quite some time. CM Punk's just now transitioning. And I don't see him having really good odds of having a UFC career. Just because I don't see CM Punk being able to hang with even the guys who are lower on the food chain, who are even more in the loss department than the win department, just because I don't think he can keep up with them. I don't think he can physically keep up with the guys who are young or old that have been training to be fighters for years and years, and they are in the prime of their career. I don't see Punk being able to go up against that. And, I read a report from the Bloody Elbow saying that CM Punk didn't train during the open workout for UFC 225 because of severe anxiety. And I absolutely understand, because he did pretty bad in his first fight. I mean, he didn't go out there and just get like one-shotted, but he didn't do well by any means. And so Dana White was kind of on the fence about him. It wasn't really certain if he was going to stay in UFC. There was a point where Dana White suggested maybe he leave UFC and get some experience like on the indies, the indie fighting companies. So Dana White was kind of reluctant to kind of bring him back, and I don't know if CM Punk has improved that much since his first fight. I'm sure he's trained, but I don't think he's made a significant amount of improvement where he could just all of a sudden pull out this surprising win. I am more shocked. I'd be more shocked if he wins. And I know that the guy he's fighting doesn't have much of a record. Like, he only has 1 loss. But still, I don't see CM Punk being able to have a cakewalk with this. And looking at their stats, they're somewhat evenly compared. I mean, CM Punk is 39 years old, Mike Jackson's 33, and their heights, CM Punk is 73 inches and Mike Jackson's 74 inches, and they're both 170 pounds. So they're kind of close in age, and they're close in age and height and really all aspects. So, this is kind of more of a fair shot for CM Punk. He has more of a chance of winning, and I think that's kind of the whole intention behind this, is to try and see how this guy does against essentially a scrub. Now, I don't know if Mike Jackson has had like a phenomenal career outside of UFC. I don't know. But just going off what I've seen from UFC and the stats, he's basically a scrub right now. And if CM Punk loses, which I think he will, if he does lose against Mike Jackson, I'd say that his UFC career and his fighting career in general is over, because there's only so many chances you can give somebody who really didn't even earn this, because that's the important thing. CM Punk didn't really earn this spot. He just was given it because of his status in WWE. So he didn't exactly earn this spotlight. And so if he loses a second time against a guy who's not won a match or went to a draw and has only lost one match, I don't think that Dana White's going to be that forgiving as he was last time. So those are my thoughts on CM Punk's odds. I don't think they're good odds. I don't think physically he's up for it. I don't think he's had much improvement since the last fight, but I could be wrong. But I don't think he has. I don't think he's improved enough and gotten the experience to where he can go out there and prove all the naysayers like myself wrong. I just don't think so. So, with that said, I will see you guys later and take it easy. Bye-bye.